So guys, I was saying that there are a lot of preparations for the Starknet, the Stark token launch, and last Monday there was also the last stress test. I think the last pre-Stark stress test, and it went smoothly. So we also saw that many other projects such as Argent, Bravos, Nostra, Avenue, they are all pre-listing the Starknet token for their own products, and you can import. I think you would just find the Starknet token ticker on your Starknet wallet. Then you will also see some pools in some AMMs, such as the one for Nostra. Then there's also I think the pre-listing in the Avenue DeFi, in the Avenue aggregator. Therefore, this means that the token launch is not that far. It should be a question of a question of time, of weeks, of hours, of days, who knows? But yeah, it's not happening today, I think. But yeah, definitely, it should happen very, very soon, and we are all excited for that. And yeah, as you could know, I also published a history thread about the Starknet BT history, where BT stands for before token. And I recapped some of the most important ages, events, and trends that happened during these 2 years. And so I also listed some ages in a fun way. I took the time ages and I personalized them with the Starknet team. So for example, you have here the Paleo Stark age, which is when the Starkware company was created, was funded back in 2018 by Eli Ben Sasson, Colony, Uri, Alessandro Chiesa, and Michael Yapsev, and also they started developing ZK Starks. Then there is the Mesostark age, where Starkware launched the StarkX scaling engine. Thanks to that, projects like DYDX, Sorare, Immutable, Diversify, now Renofy, deployed on StarkX, which was also I remember, was one of the first scalability solutions where you could experience that kind of it-aligned L2-like vibes that we are experiencing nowadays. But obviously there were some centralized parameters, but still transactions would settle on Ethereum in the end, and transaction costs and speed were very, very competitive at that time, also because the L1 was getting very congested, so it was a sort of ancestor of the L2s. Then we have the Starklytic age, which is January 2021, during 2020, the first half of 2021, where the Starknet roadmap was announced. So the Starknet project, the Starknet vision was announced. Then we also had, the Starknet alpha testnet, which was a very basic and minimalistic testnet deployed on 2021. Then we have the Starkcopper age, where the second version of the Starknet alpha testnet was deployed, introducing more features. And then in November 2021, Starknet alpha was deployed on mainnet. Then we had the Stark Bronze age, with further further concepts being developed, such as the one of recursive proofs, so the birth of the fractal scaling L3 concept, and related to Starknet. Then also the first Starknet wallet launched in December 2021, and it was Argentex. Argent, and also the first app deployed in December, and it was a brick. Then we did we went through the Stark Iron page, which is also the Stark Iron age, which is also the age where we began being active in Starknet as Nurstar. As the Nurstar community, we wrote our first recap in March 2022, and in January 2022, the version 0.7 of Starknet Alpha came in, and that added support for long-awaited block number and block timestamp system calls, so new features. And also, the first wave of dApps started building on Starknet. Alpha Road, which is the ancestor of Avenue. Astrali was a launchpad. Now the team is working with the Pragma project. On the Pragma project, it was Magneti, I think ancestor of Starknet DeFi, and then there was also like StarkSwap, Jedi Swap, zkLand, and many more. Starting building, on that period. And then, the early Cairo age from April to October 2022, the birth of the Stargate Bridge, the Starknet version 0.9, 0.10, and also the My Bravo Starknet wallet launched. So the second wallet launched, and it was also the first wallet to implement the mobile version. And then also the roadmap for the Cairo 1 and the Regenesis was disclosed, and that brought us to the middle Cairo age, where the governance structure of Starknet began being thought of, with the birth of the Starknet Foundation and the generation of the Starknet token on the Ethereum L1. And also, the process to open source and deploying Cairo 1 started. There was the introduction of the Papyrus full node by Starkware, and also the Cairo written Kakarot ZK VM was born during, if I remember well, the ETH Lisbon week in November. And then we also had the Stark Gallicum macro age, which is basically a macro age from 2021 to 2023, but we could also consider it still ongoing, which is basically I joked a bit with the fact that Gut, and who's been the head of the ecosystem until yesterday, basically, because now he's becoming the head of product. And congrats to him for the new role, and thanks a lot for everything he did in the ecosystem leader position. And also congrats to Abdel, who's taking over the head of ecosystem role. I'm sure he will be doing a great job, and I wish both of them the best of luck and success. And I joked basically on this very French centric ecosystem, in the sense that we have a lot of French builders and French users on Starknet. And I said that good Luis onboarded Alpha France on Starknet, and also Abdel became the Starknet exploration team lead. Also, the first Starknet CC happened in July 2022, second one in 2023. Also, Sylv, I joked that he was crowned King of Vibes, who won the first King of Vibes, King of Starknet Vibes, the first. And I just joked and I posted Asterix and Obelix picture with the Starknet logo on the shield. Then we moved into the classical age, where the Starknet sessions happened in February of 2023. Also, the big Cairo 1 migration began the Juno node by Nethermind was introduced, and also later in the year during June, July, Starknet and Class Lambda shipped the Quantum Leap upgrade that improved the performances of Starknet a lot. And there was also the genesis of the Dojo on-chain gaming engine, which also kicked off the Starknet gaming revolution. A lot of games being deployed and being built on Starknet, the Dojo Game Jam, and all the Starknet big hype. Also very good games such as Influence and many also talented key opinion leaders in this Starknet gaming microfield, I would say, in the sense that it is also developing on its own, and that's very cool. Then there was the Starkival macro age, where hundreds of dApps deployed their alpha on Starknet, and also eventually their fully operational mainnet on Starknet. Obviously, I can name all of them, and I just said hundreds of dApps because that's the truth. And also the Madara Starknet sequence was invented and was developed, and that kicked off also the upchain revolution. So the practical deployment of the L3 fractal scaling into practice, thanks to the Madara Starknet sequencer. And there was also the development of the first Cairo written ZK-powered machine learning models with the Giza's frameworks, with Giza's project and its Orion framework. And then we also saw so many Starknet hackathons happening in the most important Ethereum weeks that happened all around the world, and also a lot of online hackathons as well. And then the age that we are in at the present moment, which is the when I start counts, where we saw the open sourcing of the Stone Prover, lots of Starknet meetups around the world. I would also add lots of other dApps being deployed on Starknet, lots of partnerships being done, and also obviously the latest V0.13 upgrade that paved the way for V3 transactions, and also for the Starknet token to be used as a Starknet, as a gas fees token together with Ethereum once the Starknet token goes live. And obviously, last but not least, the whole when Starknet mania, which is going to its climax. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this thread, and I came up with this idea, and maybe I will also make an article out of it with also implementing more facts and more events, because obviously I missed so many of them. And yeah. Then we also saw this week some news about the Starknet roadmap for 2024, and there's a lot of discussions around the blob era, the DIP 4844, how Starknet is preparing for it, and also yesterday Starknet published. I think they published the Starknet roadmap for 2024, and yeah, so Denkun is happening in March, and we'll be seeing also a lot of developments related to it on Starknet. But by the way, that has nothing to do with the Starknet token, because actually, obviously, there's a lot of misinformation, and people think that seeing that the Denkun is happening in March, also the Starknet token will happen in March. Could be, but I mean, the two things are not related at all. And as I was saying, also Abdel is starting to Abdel and its team, they're already experimenting with the blob stream, with the blob space. And also Starknet published an article about how to Starknet published a proposal for the Starknet staking process, where they also talk about possible inflation mechanisms and how to tackle inflations, how to regulate inflations, and staking rewards. Very interesting piece.